was perfect.
That was.
As soon as we go live, it's the freaking ha 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 ha. Oh, hey everybody!
What's up, everybody? Happy Friday.
It is Friday. I'm so glad.
Yep. Oh, and then you got fall break, huh?
Yes, 9 days, no schedule. Well, 8 days, no schedule. But still,
Oh, I
we're
forgot to share.
yeah, I'm doing that now. And I also have my volume turned on because I always forget. What's up? Hold up, ice cream man might be outside the house. I'm trying to tell him I got like ice cream money man stash. Dude, we haven't seen like when my kids were little, we used to live in like a neighborhood where the ice cream man would come. And then when we moved to Memphis after I got married and stuff, like we didn't live in an area for like 14, 15 years where we ever saw the ice cream man. So in the new neighborhood, this dude, like we keep hearing him or we'll see him after he passes our road, but he doesn't know that we live here yet. And so, like, every time we hear him, I'm like, "Get your shoes on, get the ice cream stash, the money." But one day we're gonna show him that we have kids living here now, so he'll stop by here all the time. But my youngest hasn't ever, like, went up and had the ice cream man come to the house. So, it'll be cool for him.
Yeah, heck yeah. Man, that's so creepy.
Yeah, I love this here, man. I still love it when we started it. It's like, So we're watching this undercover thing about the whole 70H stuff, like how it
Uh-huh.
started, I guess.
Well, not really how it started, but somebody went undercover under one of the hugest manufacturers of it.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's crazy. How it's crazy how it all started and how for so long it was marketed as crazy. Like it's just like shady all the way around
Yeah,
to me.
it still is marketed as creative.
Yeah, for the most part. Oh, somebody coming in on you. It sounds like somebody's coming in your house, dude. Okay, I'm gonna share on YouTube too. Oh, did you share on TikTok? I always forget that until we're
Ah,
going
shit, no.
live.
Hold on, I gotta share the other places.
I wish there was like a way to just like automatically do it to a bunch of places.
I know. Like if they gave us the option here,
Yeah, to
you
like
know.
broadcast just a post. Okay. Oh, do you know it's Heidi's birthday today, by the way?
No, I'm not on Facebook, so
Yeah. I meant to tell you that earlier today. She got her little post on Facebook. Her sister got her like a whole all pink toolkit.
no way.
I was like, that's so cute.
Well, if you rewatch this, Heidi, Dr. Heidi, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I got some Sonic Ice, so I keep putting it on mute when I'm chewing it because it's probably horribly loud. Was that a cat?
Whatever the spooky sound is.
Oh, y'all didn't make it. Did he come back by?
Well, I could hear him, but then we saw the ice cream truck, but it was like leaving.
I think what he does is he enters the neighborhood in front of our house.
Yeah, I think so
And then
too.
he drives down there, takes a left, and then comes out over here.
If I saw him, I'd wave my hands like a crazy person, and be like, "Come bring me the ice cream."
But he was like, he was like,
Yeah.
"I'm not doing that."
I'll do jumping jacks in front of on front of stage row. All right, well, we'll get them next time. We got fall break.
Back corner over there.
We need to just like do a like we got 3 people going 3 separate areas. I'll take the main road since you're too much of a wuss to do jumping jacks. I may not be able to jump, but I can wave my hands.
You may not be able to jump, but you could jack.
That's right. Oh man. All right. All right. You ready to start this?
Yeah, let me pause the spookies.
We're gonna watch the spookies because this is crazy.
We're
I
gonna
always got
watch.
2 minutes.
We're gonna watch what's ruining Kratom's name.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch why we have to constantly advocate to keep Kratom legal.
It's insane. I mean, it's like it's insane.
Yeah.
The whole way that this was brought out in the market, it's Kratom's downfall. It's going to be Kratom's downfall for no other reason than greed.
Yep. Greed. Nothing but greed. Okay, you ready for the drama?
Let's do it.
Tales from the
Undercover
Kratom Crypt.
investigation
That's
in
right.
Kansas and Missouri.
Is this
We
what-
visited 6.
oh,
Our team conducted an undercover investigation in Kansas and Missouri. We visited 16 CBD American Shaman locations within an 18-mile diameter from South Kansas City. Founded by Vince Sanders, the company has 212 stores nationwide, including 40 that are corporate-owned, with our investigation covering 12 of those 40. Approximately 170 of their stores are franchise-owned, 4 of which we investigated for this report.
What was that?
At every
I took a
location we visited,
screenshot.
Oh,
directly at the point of sale, their products were
I was
being
gonna do it for
recommended
the
for chronic illness,
Thumbnail.
which violates federal law.
yep.
A new product called, is it 708?
And I run across a paper from 2019 that the National Institute of Health had done. But when they did blood draws and sacrificed animals and studied the organs, what they
God.
determined was we believe all these actions are from 7-OH. We don't think mitragynine is doing anything. They suggested that Big Pharma look into 7-OH as a novel opioid replacement. There's no sense in me going down this rabbit hole if Pfizer or somebody's already working on it. But what I found is I couldn't find anything.
There is no regulation at all.
Correct.
Plant-based
Really,
method.
there's really no oversight. Everybody's just kind of freewheeling. Truly never seen a product with the type of sales this has. We're actually doing more sales with 7-OH than we are all the cannabis products combined.
Wow.
That's Vince Sanders, gloating about a drug that has the addictive power we haven't seen since the Oxy epidemic. He found out about 7 when a 2019 study called it a novel opioid replacement, a substance with opioid-like action. Sanders thought since pharmaceutical companies weren't pursuing it, he could manufacture it and ignore the FDA's process for bringing a novel new drug to market.
Huh.
Sanders has made a career out of selling synthetic drugs. He's funded his 7 empire by selling intoxicating versions of hemp and another illegal, highly addictive substance called tianeptine, which is banned in many countries.
I need to tag
Now
Wayne
it's
in
7,
this because I was
that's
trying
his
to
top seller.
tell him
Starting
about
late in
this. Hold on.
2023, this synthetic drug has been sold to the public as Cradle. Its marketing is centered around its active compound, 7-hydroxymitragynine. which doesn't even exist in kratom until it's found in trace amounts after the leaf is harvested. The 7-hydroxymitragynine in these products are synthetically produced via chemical oxidation because its natural levels are commercially useless. These are simply not kratom products, nor are they dietary supplements.
You would
These
need
are
to eat a whole
unapproved
tree for
prescription
one
strength
14-milligram
medication
tablet.
that demand clinical oversight, not retail promotion by store clerks. Vince's employees say this product can wean you off opiates, treating opioid use disorder. Some say it can replace doctor-prescribed medication. And in nearly every American shaman store we visited, employees
picked the
told us
worst
that the substance
pictures.
can activate the same area of the brain opiates do. That phrase may sound clinical, but to someone who's battled addiction or is seeking a high, it's a dog whistle, a
Yep.
subtle signal
Yeah.
that this product might give them what they're craving.
Yep.
Our most vulnerable people in our population are looking for relief and are being handed a mislabeled, unapproved drug without a doctor, without a warning, and without a way out.
What
The
happens
first
to
visit we're
Infarm
highlighting is a corporate-owned store at 500 Northeast Berry Road in Kansas
Ooh.
City. Vince Sanders owns this store that is inside of a Northeast grocery price chopper. Here, unsuspecting shoppers may have come for milk and bread, but could be leaving with a product 22 times stronger than morphine.
Inside
The
a grocery
CBD American
store.
Shaman employees you're about to see are not doctors. Yet they claim this drug can treat many different ailments, none of which are on the label.
Oh, he's got like a little setup in here.
Like a
You have something
Starbucks.
for the main thing is chronic pain. Like
Yeah,
that's
absolutely, for sure. Yeah, the alcohols are really, really great for chronic pain.
the only thing that's ever worked for my pain was after my surgery. It was hydrocodone.
Mm-hmm.
Was that would be like a comparable because nothing ever works.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. These are very strong and they're really great for chronic pain. They
What
work
did you-
off the same receptors as the hydrocodone.
Yeah, I mean pain is a big deal. Do they all work for pain?
Yes.
I don't like prescriptions, and I don't want the doctor to put me on any kind of ADHD type
Yeah.
medicine. So that would be great to have something to replace that because
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Yeah. This is
The
a
pharmacy is just
Yeah.
nobody should.
Yeah. I have a lot of customers who have switched from their pharmaceuticals to our alkaloids, and they
Is there-
swear by it.
You seem pretty confident.
Oh, for sure.
That's definitely okay.
For sure.
If it replaces
They're
both of
very-
those type of situations with that would be awesome.
Oh,
Because I
absolutely.
can't even really imagine it. A lot of things, a lot of people sell you,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
we'll figure it out.
You'll see. Yeah, really, really great for pain relief stuff.
Okay,
Like our number
awesome.
one thing.
And then we have the alkaloids, which are more like a natural pain reliever.
Oh,
Because I'll be honest, I've used a lot of prescription grow, and these are so much cleaner and better that I'm very grateful.
it kind of like replaced?
And the thing with this too is you're not supposed to make medical claims if
Nope.
you're making money off of
Selling
this.
it.
Yeah.
If you make any sort of profit from, kratom or 7-OH, you
Yeah.
are not allowed to make any health claims at all.
And this is exactly the first thing that these people are doing here, man.
Yeah.
It's like, God, dog.
For me, 100%. For people I know, 100%. So it's worth trying.
I'll try one, whatever you recommend for sure. Do people use it for rec, like just at the end of the day?
Relax, yes. Some people do use it instead of alcohol or instead of taking like a
Okay.
Xanax or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
So definitely, bro. You can definitely use it to relax and chill out and to cope with that pain. for
Nice.
sure.
I have customers who've successfully switched from pharmaceutical like opiates to this.
Oh, popular people buying it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's probably about close to half of my business these days. So yeah, basically this is something that attaches to the same receptors in your brain as a lot of commonly prescribed opiates. So
Okay.
it attaches to the opiate receptors. It has a significantly improved pain, or safety profile above a lot of things that are prescribed. And it's different enough chemically that we're allowed to sell it.
Dude, his lips
That's
grow
right.
to
It
stink.
poses some of the
Is
same
it
kind
on
of
that,
like,
for you? Fuck.
the same health.
So that's how he switched from like a
What?
focus to that.
Is his
No,
lip
no,
out of
that's not
sync?
it. So basically,
No?
yes, basically addicts
So the
are
same
able
area in the brain?
It's supposed to be the same part of the brain.
Okay, yeah, okay, never mind.
The,
Maybe I was just
like I said, I haven't. A lot
Some
of
parts
customers
in here
who
will
take it
lag.
off.
okay.
And then I have customers who use it who are in pain as well.
Hey, Teresa.
You know, this is
Hey,
something that can be
Teresa.
habit forming, so withdrawal effects.
Yeah, everything.
Can definitely,
Sugar.
happen from this.
He
So yeah, I
did look
say more so
down.
than sugar.
Yeah.
He said more so than sugar.
Some people.
You know,
Some
I
people
have,
can't
I've been
give it up.
prescribed painkillers in my life.
Okay.
And so when I take this substance, it definitely feels almost identical.
Okay. Well, the only thing that worked on my hip has been.
You know, I'm someone who can sometimes get a little bored with things myself.
Yeah, yeah.
And I found a similar ability to do that.
Okay.
With the 708. I don't take it anymore myself, but I've tried it. The withdrawal effects were about 4 days long.
Okay.
But
He doesn't
like
take
I
it
said,
anymore.
the withdrawals from this, while they can be unpleasant, they're generally safer than from.
That's
opiates.
continued use or just like sporadic?
So from using it, like I used it 4 times, 4 days in a row.
Okay.
It's not recommended, I think. But yeah, you know, so this is something that has trade-offs.
So basically, just like a opiate.
So it's not an opiate.
It seems like
it attaches to opiate receptors in your brain.
Yeah.
It's different enough chemically that it's not an opiate.
Yeah.
So that's why we're allowed to sell it.
What the heck did they call it? It sounded like like
so yeah,
it scared me for a second there. But if you manage it, it's
Just is pretty funny.
So you know, this is something with trade-offs. You know?
Yeah.
Like I said, this is something that could be habit forming. There are people for whom taking something that can be habit forming is a trade-off that makes sense for them.
well, the thing is, like it's gonna knock out my pain, man. That's all I wanted to do.
So it like I said, it feels very similar to a lot of things that are prescribed. Like what I was prescribed was hydrocodone.
Yeah, that's what
when I took it, I was
that's
like,
the only
wow,
thing that
this
worked.
feels almost identical to taking one of those.
Well,
yeah, it can certainly make people sleepy. It can make you crash your car, so you can't after taking
Oh,
it.
wow.
Okay. I have kind of 2 kinds of customers who buy
Wait.
it. I have,
Not you.
like I said, the people who are in a lot of pain, who standing in for like taking the place of a lot of what
people in like withdrawals or something. Does it work for that?
And then I have customers who are probably like more along the lines of like people who are addicts, basically.
Okay.
And there are people who oftentimes have weaned themselves off of heroin or fentanyl.
Does it substitute for that?
So they wean themselves off of it.
Oh, with it. Okay.
Using this. So yeah, it basically coats the same part of their brain. This is something that can cause addiction.
At least this is pretty much being like
The reason
upfront.
I got
But only because
involved
this
with
guy's
substance
asking
myself is I've had a number of friends who died from fentanyl overdose.
Yeah.
I'm kind of of a certain age where that happened a lot in my generation.
I've had them as well. Everybody that's died of a drug overdose has been from fentanyl.
So this is kind of our way to answer that problem in society.
Yeah.
You know, it's harm reduction. That's the business that we're in here.
Okay.
Something that when you take, you know how much is in there. And you know what you're taking.
No, not really.
You know,
Not regulated.
A lot of times,
Not with
some of my customers
study I
don't
just
those are
shared.
things that are
Yep.
dangerous and illegal.
Yeah.
So, if you go to some of these smoke shops, you'll find labels that say 50 milligrams. And some of them really do have 50 milligrams, and some of them are just lying.
Oh, they taking 50 milligrams seems a little bit crazy.
It does. It seems. I personally kind of disagree with giving people that high
Well,
dose.
Does it go higher than that? People just go crazy?
You know, it's an unregulated industry, so I'm sure it does. You know, and I guess be careful with the claims that are made sometimes on the packaging there. That people are, unfortunately, they're about as honest as they're required to be in a lot of circumstances.
Would it help with pain?
Yes, so yeah, it'll help with pain a lot. So it works off your opiate receptors. It's not opium, but it works off those as a pain blocker. And then
you think it'll help? You really think it might help?
I really do. A lot of people come in for a lot of pain issues specifically.
They're happy with it.
They're really good.
It helps them.
It's one of our biggest sellers.
If
can
it's so
help with
many
energy,
people,
energy, a lot of pain and discomfort. People like the energy part of it.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of what people use it for. But they
I'd be
also
so nervous.
all the time.
Oh, so they're like replacing their
Yeah.
They don't want to go with meds. They're replacing their Percocet or something.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. There's,
oh wow.
So instead of having to get all the prescription pills, this is another option for you. It also helps tackle a lot of that discomfort that you may be feeling.
Okay.
With this product too, since it does work off your opiate receptors, a lot of people have addiction to opium. So, it's not opium, just to clarify again, but when you take the product, eat half of the chewable pill at first, and then about an hour later, eat the other half.
Okay.
And then if you do like it and start taking it regularly, take it 2 days on and 2 days off.
Okay.
Just because you build up a tolerance, and then you're taking more and more, and it's just really expensive.
Okay. I just got high hopes for you, man. Hopefully, it'll knock out my pain.
I think it'll do it. It's $10.90 after
Focus.
tax.
Is that what my buddy said?
Yeah, it helps.
Did he say replaced? Oh no. Does that even make sense? Does that work for?
Yeah, focus.
Do they
energy.
replace stuff with that?
Yeah, instead of having to take your pain pills or anything. Or a lot of oxy or whatever, this can help with that discomfort.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll try.
They're pretty powerful.
Are they popular? Do the people get them?
This dude just glitched out, bro.
But
I don't.
probably our top selling product currently.
Why didn't you say so? What else does it do?
So they are addictive. They can
Maybe
be
that's what
addictive.
my buddy.
Helps with focus. I use it for focus, mood. My fiance uses it for sciatic back pain sometimes.
Oh, sciatic. So it must actually work.
Yeah. There's a few people who even stopped clinical stuff to switch to these, and also.
Oh, really? That's the only thing that helped me. So, huh?
Yeah. So you
literally the only thing that's helped was Percocet. So it's if I can. Is that It's all it's pretty much all natural.
It's all natural. It's.
What do people normally buy them for?
Well, many people buy it to support pain.
Oh.
People love this product. The alkaloids in general are probably our biggest seller in the store.
Oh.
The alkaloids.
Why you tell me that? There's gotta be a reason.
That kills me every
time. What's most reasons?
It's called the
What's the most
alkaloids.
reason?
What's the most
It's gotta be, right? Pain, you would think?
Pain, yeah, and a lot. So basically with this, what we would recommend is making sure that you're home when you first try it, you're not driving, you're not going anywhere. Make sure that you have had something to eat, you have food in your stomach. Absolutely do not mix this with alcohol in any way. It makes it super powerful, and it's just going to be a bad experience for you.
Okay, and I don't want to deal with pharmacies anymore.
Yeah, I totally understand that.
You think it would knock it out? That's the only thing. I'm so skeptical of stuff like this.
Yeah, well, it's really popular. It has definitely, when we got alkaloids 6 months to a year ago, it blew up in our company.
Yeah.
So people are loving them, and
What are
especially
they-
people with
is it-
chronic pain.
Oh,
You ever
okay,
ask
that's
yourself
good to
why?
hear.
Yes, absolutely.
It is
So
too,
it hits the same receptors in your brain as opioids, essentially.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's the most potent stuff I've got. It's mood boosting as well too. And then I had a woman come in here yesterday and she was like, "This stuff takes all my pain away," so I'm not
Oh,
going to
nice.
guarantee.
Yeah.
Of course, because everybody's different.
Yeah.
And yes, it's one of the most popular things I sell.
Is that all it does then? It's just pain or what?
It's pain, it's mood boosting, and it's
Oh, it helps with pain?
Yeah, it helps with overall pain management. It activates that kind of opioid receptor within your brain, similar to opioids, but a much safer alternative for you.
Huh.
The alkaloids for you, that kind of opioid receptor out for you.
Yeah.
We've got some alkaloids, which are our strongest pain management.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, not
These
cool.
are little chewable tablets.
Oh, yeah.
They're highly refined, very clean, very,
He
very
looked like
potent.
he's straight out of high
Oh, yeah.
school.
Yeah.
They're chewable.
Like pain, it'll just knock it out? Is
It
that-
will, absolutely.
Oh, wow.
And alkaloids specifically, they do bind to the same receptor in your brain as an opioid.
It's kind of all natural then?
Yeah. I mean, it's the white is going to be very energetic.
Yeah,
So
all
a
natural.
big boost of euphoria, big boost of energy. I have a couple people that have replaced their Adderall with it.
Oh, wow.
Very potent. Very
Holy
energetic.
cow.
All of them are pain first. It's just that they can,
Yeah.
have that added effect on top of it.
You really think it'll knock out the pain?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Just don't drive on it. Don't mix it with other medications. If you do decide to do them regularly, we typically recommend 2 days on, 1 day off, so that you don't form a habitual dependency or any kind of you don't want to get stuck to it. You don't want to get dependent upon it, because it is going to be good for the pain. but that also means it's going to come with relief, which can be something that you really always.
Is it kind of like an opiate, or?
So they bind to the same receptor in your brain. It's not an opiate in itself, but that's the receptor it binds to.
Oh, okay.
So you don't want to form a similar kind of dependency that you could to an opiate.
Oh, okay.
There are the cherry is more for pain relief. People use those in the evening times more.
Okay.
Definitely not for like when you have to work or drive or anything like that.
Pain relief is good.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for a cure, man. It's always something.
Anything that'll help.
I think this comment applies to this lady too.
For me, anytime I try something new like that, it's like I pay attention to how I'm feeling before. And so if you do wait until like your pain's kind of intense, that might be a good time to go ahead and try it out, and then just kind of, okay, 15 minutes and how am I feeling?
Well, like focus?
Yeah, that one is more for energy.
That's what
focus.
it was. I think my buddy said he replaced Adderall with it.
And yeah, but I've heard that somebody else that was in here earlier said that they use it for their ADD symptoms. So yeah, there's definitely that.
Huh. Hey, tell my buddy that.
There you go.
My buddy said he got something that helped him with pain. He said he switched out his painkillers for it.
Yeah. We got a couple things for pain. What he was probably referring to these alkaloids, things with like the powder.
These alkaloids, that's all they call it.
That's the name of the brand.
And then
is it?
Okay.
Okay. My bad.
So these are.
It's the name of these.
Like I've had people who come in.
Oh, that makes so much more sense.
And they want to get off like prescription painkillers.
That makes so much sense.
Cleaner.
Yeah.
Off of. I mean, essentially, it is.
He probably replaced it with his Adderall or something that he used to take.
It's like a cleaner opiate.
Yeah.
Essentially. Granted, it still does touch.
It's like a
your
Percocet that
opiate.
doesn't hurt you.
Yeah, and with anything like that, there's still like a chance of like a habit forming.
Yeah.
Tolerance build up. So that's something to be aware of.
Yeah.
Like it's still like in that same league, but
Yeah.
it's much less hard on your body.
How do you can't say that?
It's a lot easier to get off of.
There's no science to prove
still
Yeah,
that.
there's not a lot of
in that same
people.
ballpark.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Essentially, people use it mostly for more like
I wonder
chronic
if
pain.
these sales reps that work in these places ever have to deal with people coming back and being mad at them.
You're not like high or anything.
Yeah.
You're still very functional, but you just feel good.
I don't
This is
know.
more of like the upper, keep you up, keep you focused. But all these help with pain.
Okay.
This one is a lot more of like a nighttime sedation.
Yeah.
You can't really sleep because of your pain.
One's for chronic pain. A lot of people use it for that. It makes you sleepy.
Yeah.
I feel like I oftentimes will take.
That's the free samples.
Usually at the end of my day, but sometimes on my day off I'll take one like later in the afternoon after I finish sort of the bulk of what I want to do. But I also take it for this class I'm taking where I have to write, and it really helps me write.
Okay, so it does help focus. Mm-hmm. 7-something. He said he replaced a whole bunch of stuff with it.
Yeah, that's probably the advanced alkaloids, the 7-OH.
I'm skeptical of stuff, but he was so glowing about things that. Is it a popular item?
Yes, it's very popular. I would say it's, half of our sales are the cannabis side, and half of it is the alkaloid side.
What do most of the customers use it for? Like,
a variety of things, really. I have a lot of people that are using it to get off of other medications. My brother, who was on opiates for years, ever since I was a kid, got off of them entirely with those and off of his anti-anxiety and antidepressants.
Oh, wow.
And
then just went to something that's natural. He went to something more all natural. Is it all natural, or?
I mean, it is derived from the kratom plant.
Yeah.
It's not,
I hate
it's
it when
not
they
something
say
that's
that.
you're gonna find in that
Not
amount
derived.
in nature naturally. And again, they're very bioavailable, so it's the chemical in the kratom plant that's the most available to your pain receptors and just works quick.
Okay, yeah, so it would potentially knock out pain rather than just kind of help wean people off of other things.
Sure.
The pain thing.
Sure,
Is that the one that would like replace the Xanax as well, or?
I mean, yes. I mean, as far as being for the daytime, I mean, it is the 7-OH, and then but there are withdrawal side effects like low energy.
How much you got to take for that, or
I mean, most people who are not taking more than a pill or two a day, I don't have that feedback. But again, if you can take breaks. Most people are using it for some sort of pain or anxiety, or I have a couple of customers that have stopped drinking and they're taking this instead to kind of chill out in the evening. But at the same time, it's mentally stimulating and you feel almost energized, a slight euphoric effect. The first few times you take it, it is psychoactive. You will have a slight euphoric high.
He sounded like it was like
Yeah, so.
he replaced his medications with,
Well, is he using like pain meds? Is that what?
and focus ADHD stuff.
Yeah, okay, well, if you're interested in something like that, we do have that, the 708 alkaloid.
Does it work as good as he's saying?
It's basically like, it hits all the same receptors in your brain as opioids do, or opiates.
I thought she had a mustache.
So is that the one that he probably replaced Adderall with? Is that one?
Yeah, like
Holy cow.
yeah.
See, my buddy said something about something helping for pain.
Alkaloids?
Is it popular for that?
Huh?
Is it popular for that?
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you noticed my gait. I limp.
This is for pain, and then this is for relaxation.
You think it'll work? Not because I had 8 years I've been.
I'm gonna give it to you to sample, and then tomorrow come back if it helps.
You think it will? I'm
do.
skeptical.
Okay,
Always.
well, you try.
Is it recreational too? Kind of like your.
Yeah, you can use it recreationally, and they're all good for pain, but they just kind of have different effects.
Because the only thing that helped before was Percocet. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, these are they're like a mild opioid. It's not you can't like overdose on them.
Okay, so it's kind of like Percocet, but not like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like qualified to tell you for sure.
Yeah, well, I don't know who is, right? Even they don't get it right.
Yeah.
So. Is anything like just knock out pain?
Yeah, this stuff.
What's that?
Alkaloids. So it's an isolated alkaloid from the kratom plant. Really strong pain relief. My favorite product that we have. The cool thing about it is it's just the isolated, medicinal part of the plant.
Yeah. Does it usually work for people?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to.
Oh, you look like it definitely just knocks it right out.
It's my favorite product. There's no way it's not going to not work.
Oh, wow.
A very small amount of people don't like it because they just it's really strong. But we have 3 kinds. All of them are going to be very helpful for you in terms of pain relief, I would think. That's the one I like.
Kind of like for anxiety, or?
I mean, it does help for that too.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going somewhere and there's a lot of people. I find particularly, I'm not super social, but this helps me be a little bit more extroverted.
Yeah.
A little less fearful, which is really just anxiety.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to conquer the world, but I want some pain relief, or I want kind of a good feeling.
Yeah, which one would just knock out pain?
They're both going to be pretty equal in terms of. They're strong. They're plant-based, but they're strong.
They're not
plant-based.
Okay.
They're little people with tablets. If you want to take the whole one for ease, that's totally fine. You'll definitely get some pain relief on that.
Yeah. Isn't the shaman spiritual? The American shaman, the name? Isn't it?
I mean, yeah. But when I think of shamans, I think of people doing medicinal ceremonies and.
What we've uncovered is more than just a marketing scandal. It's a public health crisis unfolding in real time, fueled by bad actors evading the FDA drug laws in plain sight. As pure opioids like 7 are sold over the counter, even in grocery stores, consumers are unprotected, unaware, and vulnerable. In some stores, we were told 7 can replace opiates like Percocet, oxycodone, or hydrocodone. Others stated or implied it can help opioid use disorder. Some even said it was substituted for Adderall and Xanax. Most clerks said it activates the same area of the brain as opiates, enticing buyers to correlate their past experience with opioids to their product. These weren't isolated cases. This was an obvious pattern we've shown you, store after store, selling a synthetic opioid with no medical oversight, marketed illegally, even offered free in almost all of these stores. A Google review gets free drugs for your kids, parents, friends. This isn't just a misunderstanding.
So you leave a Google review and you get a free one?
Neglect.
Yeah.
It's time for federal and state regulators to act, not with new legislation, but with laws already in place. The law is clear, the violations are documented, and the consequences are real. If nothing changes, this won't just be a controversy. It will be a catastrophe, one we have a chance to prevent.
Mic drop. Man. Man, oh man, oh man.
Oh man.
Violating commercial speech laws left and right.
Oh man.
And I will forever say this, they ripped a page from the 1990s Oxycontin playbook.
Well, and it's crazy to me how, because people are buying so much of it, they act like that's it's because of how good, like, it's
Yeah.
it's like, hold on.
They act like that's normal. Like,
Yeah. You know, and I know people want to say, oh, you know, Kratom Industries just upset because they're not making as much money, but it's like,
no, the Kratom industry doesn't want to go morally bankrupt like the 7OH industry
Right.
sold their soul out. They sold their soul to the devil. You know, the Kratom industry can sleep at night.
Yep.
These mofos over here, you know, are trying to protect their actual opioid.
Yeah.
It's a freaking opioid.
I mean, that's my thing.
Piggybacking off of the Kratom leaf.
Yep. And for as long as they have been, like, if there was any way that they could have gotten around it,
selling it as a Kratom product.
Yeah. And so, I don't know. Again, like I say, like I've said 1,000 times, I won't advocate for it.
No, I won't either.
Because it's not a Kratom product, and I'm not using it, so why advocate for it?
And you're not going to guilt me into, you know, advocating for it. I don't give a shit if you want to fat shame me, continue to call me names, talk shit about me. I don't give a flying fuck.
Yep.
I don't have firsthand experience with it. I have firsthand experience with the people's comments and my private messages.
Yes.
On how they were tricked into believing that this was a more potent form of Kratom. It was the free sample. It's the free samples that are getting people. It's hooking the addiction clause into them.
Well, and I mean, you know, if I would have walked into a fucking smoke shop when I first started my Kratom journey, and somebody's like, here, just take this. This is much easier. I mean, I would have been like, okay, I'll pop some pills. That's much easier than figuring out the powder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. You know, and you've heard me testify saying that I'm glad that 7OH wasn't around in 2019 when I found my Kratom. You know, because I was still I was coming off of an 11-year addiction run that I had 2 opiates, 2 benzos, 2 muscle relaxers. I was constantly popping pills every 2 to 3 hours. So if I would have found 7OH, I literally, that phrase, you traded one addiction for another, I would have done that with 7OH.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then the feeling, the feelings that the people that brag about what they feel on 7OH. That is what I would have been chasing.
The whole nodding out and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The nodding out, the euphoria, you know, and it's like, and I wouldn't have cared because I was still in that active addiction mindset. I was,
it's the whole legal high. Well, it's legal. So, you know, don't take my legal high away.
Yeah. And, you know, because because I kept also in the beginning of my journey, I kept reading about people talking about they were getting high off of Kratom. And I caught myself trying to find that high. You know, I was taking 5 teaspoons 5 times a day. I never achieved no euphoria. I was overloading my body with plant matter, you know? So I from there on, you know, after I caught myself, after I started seeing signs in the Facebook Kratom support community, which I freaking missed Facebook. I miss you guys so much.
It's not the same.
But I kept seeing signs everywhere that, you know, people saying less is more, less is more, less is more.
Yeah.
So I took that as my sign to apply that to my, I don't like saying dosing anymore, to my consumption of Kratom. You know, and then from there on, I tapered down, and, you know, this was years ago. This shit. I was doing 5 teaspoons 5 times a day, and like, I would say, so I found Kratom in June of 2019. So I'd say like the fall, winter of 2019 was when I was at that high dose. You know, so in 2020 was when I started applying the less is more. And then in 2021-ish, I think, was when I started doing 2 teaspoons twice a day. And then I kept forgetting my second consumption. Like I said, I don't like saying dose anymore. So I kept forgetting my 6 p.m. nighttime consumption routine. So I scratched that off the list. Then I was at 2 teaspoons once a day for a while. And then I was like, you know what? Let me challenge myself even further. Let's see if you're still an active addict. You know, I scratched off 1 teaspoon. So then I was at 1 teaspoon once a day for a long time. And then once I started seeing Bud Smith posting up about how he takes 15 something days off a month.
Yeah.
I started seeing him do that. And I was like, you know what? Let me challenge myself even further. Let's see if you're still an active addict. And no, I'm not, because I only take 1 teaspoon once a day, and I take 1 to 4 days off every week. And I've been at that same dosage for, taking the breaks since 2023.
Well, and as an addict, like, I mean, when you're addicted to something, that's all you think about.
Yeah.
Like, that's all you think about. Kelly, you're in the right place.
Hey, Kelly, yeah.
I think you went from Facebook to YouTube. You know, you're in the right place either way. Thank you.
Thanks, Kelly.
Thank you. I like this little air, how it floats and doesn't have a background. I like
Right. I like that. I do. But yeah, so I, like I said, because I was still in that active a mindset, when I found Kratom, and, that whole behavior, habit, routines, and rituals, that was still turned on, the whole
Yeah.
hand
Well,
of
that's what I'm
mouth.
saying. Imagine getting 7-OH pills and not ever stopping that addict mindset. Like,
Yes.
dude, you just be doing the same shit with the 7-O pills.
I would have. I know I would have.
I know. I know I would have. Like, it would have just been another thing. I can't even imagine how much money I would have spent by now.
Shit.
Like, I'm serious. Because, I mean, like, I was buying pills when I ran out from people.
Uh-huh.
So I was used to buying extra pills anyway. And I would have told myself that was the case with this. Oh, well, I'm not having to buy extra pills. I'm just buying this. I can't imagine. Like, I honestly cannot imagine. I'm just glad it wasn't around.
And I just feel like if 7-OH was around at that time in 2019, I would still be broke.
Yeah.
My kids would still have to be worrying about me. They would still be, and like I said, this is how I know I'm a recovered addict, because I have had thousands of dollars of free samples in my hands of 7-OH. And not one time did I think, let me go in the bathroom and try some of this. Or let me bring some back to my hotel room to see if I'm going to feel with these mofos.
Let me just try it one time.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Not one iota thought inside of me was like, let me just test the waters.
Yeah.
Because my recovered ass knows better.
Yeah.
If there's a feeling to chase, I'd be back in active addiction.
Yeah. I mean, Kelly, I'm saying, I think a lot of us that came from like just being addicted to anything, if it would have been around when we first started, I think we'd all be so fucked. I mean, we would.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. And it would have been okay, like in your head.
Yeah.
The relapse wouldn't have been a relapse because it was legal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you weren't doing anything except for going down the street to the smoke shop and buying it completely legal.
To your local drug dealer.
Yeah. And so I think, I'm not shaming anybody or nothing like that. I'm just saying, like, I think that's the mindset of a lot of people, because that's just
and we see that all the time, the people that want to comment and saying, well, it's safer than, illicit fent or heroin.
Yeah.
That might be true, but at what cost? Like,
right.
There's got to be a buffer. Kratom was my buffer from active addiction to recovered life.
Yeah.
It like I say all the time, it pressed pause in my brain, and it allowed me to work on my rise of addiction. And if there, like I said, if 7-OH is helping somebody from illicit fent or heroin, or any other addictions, where's the buffer point? At what point do you, because like I said, if you're spending thousands of dollars a week, that's still active addiction behaviors.
And that's what I'm saying too. Or Kelly's saying she would have known it was bad. And that's what I'm saying too, is there are still a whole bunch of people That are, oh, I love that cup. I remember that didn't Carrie make that last year?
Oh yeah,
that's so cool.
Got my Misty on and the Chucky and Tiffany on there.
Yeah, I can't wait. My son's gonna be Chucky and his girlfriend's gonna be Tiffany. I can't wait to see that shit. But yeah, people are sneaking it because they know it's bad and because their family members are seeing how they're acting on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've said 1,000 times, like, you know, if your family can't support you after seeing that you've gotten your life back on Kratom and stuff, but it's like when you see this 7-OH and people's families getting upset about it, there's a reason for that.
And you know, and when you're in active addiction, you carry guilt, you carry shame.
Yes.
You're ashamed. And this is what we're saying is that, you know, Jen and I, we advocate a fuck ton behind the scenes at hearings. Not once have we seen anybody stand up there or virtually testify and say 7-OH saved their life.
Besides the 7-OH lobbyists.
Besides the ones,
7-OH, yeah.
Yep. Besides the ones that are get paid to go there and say that.
Yeah.
Because they got to make it look like they're trying to save something.
I just don't understand that. Like,
what are you ashamed of? Seriously, what? You know, if it's saving your life.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. I'm not gonna have it. You continue to get pissed off at me all you want. I don't give a flying fuck. I am not gonna advocate for 7-OH unless science tells me otherwise.
Right.
And science is not looking good for you 7-OHers.
And even if science, you know, even then, I still not gonna advocate for it because I'm not using it. I'm not utilizing it.
Right. That's true. So let me scratch what I said. So,
but I mean, you know, my thing is, even if the science backs it up, then I mean, that's just more proof for y'all to take to the bank. When y'all
exactly,
you know what I'm saying? That's more stuff for y'all to take to the bank when y'all go advocate for it.
Yeah, because you know, I get tired of people accusing me saying that I'm advocating for it to be illegal. I'm advocating for it to be banned. I'm advocating for a Schedule 1. I don't agree on none of that shit at all. Period. Point blank.
Same.
It's your .orgs that are fucking you up.
Yeah.
Because they've had years. They've got billions and well, I don't know, billions upon billions, but they've got billions of dollars off of creating addicts.
Yep.
I can't get behind that. That is, my heart won't let me go there. And yeah, there's always going to be the responsible 7-OH users. Yes. We know, just like there's responsible Kratom consumers. But I will always say, based on my advocacy, is that whole leaf Kratom saves 95% of lives.
Yeah.
7-OH saves, well, wait. 7-OH ruins 95% of lives. It's a vice versa thing. And if you can't see that, you're not out here, you know, actively advocating. You're just stuck in your little 7-OH bubble world, chewing on gasoline tablets.
Acetone. Acetone and gasoline.
Yeah, I freaking just read something earlier. I was like, they're talking about burping. Their burps taste like salt, like gasoline.
Their skin turning yellow or blue or some shit underneath the black lights. They're talking about people's teeth is getting fucked up.
Yes.
It's like, man, you know, something there's a common factor in all this.
Yeah.
You know, it's not natural. It's not just derived from the fucking Kratom plant. It's made with chemicals.
Yeah.
And those chemicals, it seem like they're not doing that great of a job on as long-term use continues.
And Lord knows what it's doing to their guts. Like, I wonder if people's got ulcers right now. Like,
I've heard of people getting ulcers and stuff, but I don't know. You know, that's one of those things that I can't. That's just hearsay.
Yeah,
you know?
I know.
I ain't gonna like.
But see, but listen, when there's a whole common denominator of hearsay, which is why I started talking about 7-OH. When did I start talking about it?
Dude, I mean, I'm thinking it was like January
of 2024.
Yeah.
So I started talking about because I started getting inundated of comments and private messages, and I'd already knew about 7-OH hitting the market and all that stuff. I didn't want to talk about it because I didn't want to make it look like I was using my platform to promote it, which I probably have inadvertently done. But hey, y'all are adults. Do what the fuck you want to do. I don't give a shit. You know, I'm out here to warn you about what other people are saying. because there's like I said, there's a common denominator, and that common denominator was they went to the smoke shop or whatever, got the free sample. It was the free sample that immediately hooked them. That's insane to me. It's like not even people getting free samples of Kratom, was getting that.
I mean, that's like legit, straight up, like drug dealer shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like, hey, take this hit of crack. You hit crack cocaine one time. I promise you gonna want more. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is.
That's how it was with me and cocaine, man. It's like that first
man,
snort.
I do not. That's like one of the worst feelings is wanting more coke, dude.
And every 10 minutes.
Yeah. And it's like that's all you think about.
That was me for 6 weeks straight till I found Kratom.
That's
What'd she say? People that believe in pure need serious help, they would consider.
They probably are consuming gasoline, dude.
Probably getting half the fumes.
Oh man. Yeah, I can't stand that. It's like, well, it metabolizes, into it's like, okay, yeah, that's what your body does. You're not throwing a bunch of chemicals on top of that.
Yeah. That's the natural conversion. And you're getting, even then, you're still getting a little minuscule amount.
It's really sad to see the Kratom industry end up the way it has just because of 7-OH.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is.
What's up, Mike?
Chaser. You got that right, brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh.
Because even when I was addicted to my pills, I could stretch them out every 2 to 3 hours. But that cocaine, man.
It's like the second it starts wearing off, boy. Yeah, it's all right. We just watched like this undercover thing. We're still chilling. We're gonna watch some other thingy doodad here.
Yeah, we just watched somebody going undercover to the CBD American Shaman stores in Missouri and listening to all those people, those poor people. I keep thinking about they might be involved in the freaking lawsuit one day.
Yeah.
Because they all violated the commercial speech laws. You cannot make medical and health claims when you're selling something like Kratom or 7-OH or, being vendor sponsored.
Yeah.
Hint, hint. You know, which is why I never accept any. All these years I've never accepted any vendor sponsorships because I want to be able to say what the fuck I want to say.
Yep.
Without being included in a lawsuit
and not feeling like you owe somebody something.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. This is just legality wise. This 7-OH ain't nothing been nothing but a festering freaking thorn
shithole
in our side.
Yeah, it's like the sewage of all. I don't know.
Mike says, so how did you turn from oxy to cocaine? Wouldn't you get withdrawal since coke is not in not an oxy, I guess. Well, because when I got fired from pain management April 2019, I was searching for a new pain management doctor, and none of my dealers had any like oxys on hand on deck, so they were like, hey, but I got this. So I was gonna try heroin, that was my first thing that I was gonna do, but my dealer didn't want to inject me because I didn't want to inject myself. And so I
can see coke still. I mean, that hits you pretty hard. Like you ain't gonna feel a whole lot of withdrawals.
Yeah, I didn't have a lot of Yeah. So, like I said, drug dealers sell multiple things. They don't just sell one specific product.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like I could see coke could help take that. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like,
in my mind, I rationalized with myself being like, okay, well, coke would be better to.
And you're still getting messed, you're still feeling
a
high.
Oh, definitely a high.
For a minute.
So I talked myself into that being okay, this would be safer option versus starting off doing heroin because I still was eventually going to do heroin. That was on the forefront of my damn brain. I might not have injected it, but I might have stored it or smoked it.
That's right. Some coke and some whiskey. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Dude, there ain't nothing worse. Like, I still, in my younger days, I did a lot of things in my younger days. I'm not proud. Well, you know what? I learned from it all, but I'm just saying, man, the day after, like a few day bender, it's like, woo! I don't think I have that much life left in me. At my age.
I know,
like
huh?
that.
And so next thing I know, 6 weeks have gone by that I have been doing nothing but chasing cocaine. Like freaking, it was insane. I did some immoral things.
Yeah.
To get more cocaine.
Because that stuff, I mean, you can't even play with that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't even play with that.
So, and then like I said, I was in cocaine withdrawal, and then while I was getting super stoned on my legal recreational weed out here in Colorado. So I got super stoned and watched the documentary A Leaf of Faith. And then that's when I went to the smoke shop the next day to, go buy the whole leaf kratom. And like I said, as the pill addict in me, I didn't buy the powder. I bought the capsule form. So that's where I was doing the whole still continuing the hand to mouth thing. But
Shit,
then
I was still trying. I mean, I still try to overload my body with just the powder. And I remember that one time, man, I'll never forget it. I got so sick, and we had just ordered like Papa John. We were watching Swamp Thing. I mean,
no way.
Worst feeling in the world. That's when I got the wobbles, and I went and threw up all of my Papa John's pizza. I was so wrecked. I was like, dude, I never want to feel like that again. Like, I remember everything. Oh, what'd you say, Colin?
Oh man, I'm telling you, girl, I did some immoral things. I didn't care. I just wanted that free coca.
Multiple ways. And that's what I'm saying. That's what my whole thing is with the whole 7-OH and kratom thing. Like Misty was saying, it's a buffer.
Yeah.
It actually does stop and make you think.
The kratom stops the chase.
Yeah.
You got to allow it too,
Yeah, you got to be ready for it. Even if you don't think you're ready for it, I feel like kratom kind of
makes you
puts
ready.
you in that gear.
Especially when you take too much, man, because I've puked multiple times too.
Oh yeah. That was the worst time though. And it was Red Mangda, dude. I mean, I'm telling you, I remember every single second of it. I was like, I ain't doing that again.
But yeah, so the whole buffer, like I was saying earlier, the longer that you are away from the substance that you were previously chasing, the more that you're allowed to work on yourself.
Yeah.
But when people immediately find 7-OH, there's no buffer. They might say that there is, but hey, I mean, maybe people do responsibly work their way out of that active addiction stance. But in me, as being a former addict, I can't see that.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like the longer not only that you're away from it, but the longer you're not constantly thinking about it.
Yeah.
And like kratom just takes that thought, like you don't think about it constantly,
Yep.
Like even when I was, I remember still like making myself drink after I found it. I'm like, why am I even buying alcohol? I'm just doing it because I've been doing it for so many years,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're right, Kelly. Like I couldn't do that. I think about that, even like on my bad pain days and stuff, and I'm like, it still ain't nothing. This ain't nothing, like it was before I found kratom.
I don't even understand like I said, I never stopped researching after I found kratom. That's why I'm such a fierce, loud and proud advocate still.
Yeah.
And I still don't understand how my pain levels now are way, way less than when I was on the pills. And then whenever I would run out, because my pills would only last me like 10 to 14 days. And whenever I run out, I'd still feel like I got hit by a Mack truck.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like my receptors, I'm guessing, are not fried or overloaded. I don't know. But like McCurdy said when we had that one interview with him, he said that kratom hits multiple receptor sites.
Yeah.
So that's why he calls it the symphony orchestra. What do you say? The symphony orchestra of alkaloids, or I don't know. He said something.
Yeah.
He said something sexy.
Yeah, he did. What does it say? It says the doctors would have me so drugged on God knows what. Yeah, I'm good on all that. Kratom. Yeah, and it's like I don't know. I feel like kratom is more like I guess I would say it's more like
It's
an
a pharmacy.
anti-inflammatory.
Yeah, it
type of
is.
thing,
Well,
rather
it
than
totally
like a
is.
killer.
Yeah.
Painkiller.
Yeah, it totally is. Hey, what's it? Boosh.
Oh man.
Hello. I wish I never found 7OH, but just had to try it. Been back on the powder red vein. Take 2 doses. Hey,
Yeah.
you were able to reel it back in. Boosh, boosh with the swoosh.
Yeah, my liver levels are good too. Now beforehand, they were not. My stuff was elevated. What's this? Mike says, how do we cope with the advocate saying 7OH is a godsend to their severe pain or whatever? Then they need to get out and advocate for it. I mean, that's what I say. I feel like, yeah, we are divided.
Yeah. And I have no shame on saying that we're divided. I advocate for what's saving me. If 7OH is saving them, advocate.
Yeah.
And Kratom and 7OH saving them, advocate.
And that's what, and I don't take any comfort either in 7 being taken away from people that it helps. Like, that's horrible. I don't want anybody to be in pain. But at the same time, if they're not going to stand up and do anything about it, then, it's not on me.
Not on me either.
Because I'll be, till my last dying damn breath, I'm going to be advocating for Kratom.
Mm-hmm.
And so, it shouldn't fall, like, the guilt and the work shouldn't fall on us. That's
what I'm saying. That's why I said earlier, you ain't going to guilt trip me. Not you specifically, Mike, but any 7OH advocate or user.
Yeah.
You're not going to guilt trip me.
And
you know what?
It sucks. It sucks to be divided. It sucks that so many have went over to that side. But it's like, at the same time, that's just, there's really nothing we can do about it except for keep on keeping on over here.
Continue on our path.
Yeah.
And Mike, I know you've been at multiple hearings with us.
Yes.
And we have never seen somebody get up there and say 7OH saved them.
Yeah.
Nobody. These 7OHers, these 7OH advocates that love to call me names, they got the biggest mouth on social media, but where are you at in person?
Yeah. Like I said, instead of talking shit in the comments that nobody's going to see, get out there. It doesn't even take that much effort. It might take a little bit of time. Hell, Mike, you've done virtual. You've been in in-person hearings and the virtual hearings.
Mm-hmm.
It just takes time. And if something's saving you, what's that time? What's that?
The thing that you got to remember, Mike, the reason why you're having to show up at so many hearings and testify virtually for your state of Illinois, because of 7OH.
Yeah.
If that don't piss you off, I don't know what does then, because that's pissing me off. I'm telling you, ever since I've been advocating, right? So 7OH made a splash in the market in 2023. But beforehand, there would only be like January to like June-ish, July-ish, where we would only need to be testifying or, do anything like that, right? Now it's the full fucking year that we have to sit here and advocate. It was never like this before.
Missy, you want to answer this?
Didn't the 8-factor announcement now available? I saw some posts. I think it was the Adam guy. I ain't saying shit. I ain't saying shit. Just wait for the AK.
Yeah.
Whew, that's what I'm saying.
I've been waiting for it.
A storm is a coming. Y'all better grab your umbrellas if you're a 7OHer.
But and again, I don't know. I'm gonna say it when it happens. I'm just gonna save my energy and say it when it happens.
Yeah, we'll say it whenever it's released.
Mama's.
Mama. Oh, mama. I'm telling you right now, Mama is not taking 7-OH for her pain unless she has big time retirement bucks. They know better. You know what? This is what I'm telling you. They're I'm sorry, but the mama. Their targeted communities are chronic pain patients and active addicts. Period. Yeah. Point blank. Now,
but what's sad about that is, like, in your, especially in your inbox, Misty.
Yes.
You're getting those chronic pain patients that have never been addicted to anything, that have taken their pain meds like they're supposed to, and they're finding themselves stuck. Yeah,
not stuck. They
I
are.
had a Meemaw, y'all.
I freaking grew up with somebody who's we called her Mamaw.
Yeah, there's Mamaw and Meemaw. I had a Meemaw. Yeah, Meemaw.
But yeah, so it absolutely breaks my freaking heart to wake up to read messages like that. These are freaking 60-year-old women, 70-year-old women, you know, and it's like they have never been addicted to anything. They weren't addicted to their opioids previously, but now they can't go 2 hours without a 7-OH.
Yes.
You know, and what? Like, that was me and Oxy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, Mike. We were all there. Monticello. Yeah, 7-OH is originated by Monticello, Illinois bandit police chief saying he's not seeing this leaf being sold, just synthetics, and it's causing problems apparently to the level they proposed their ban and followed their despite our testimony. Yeah, no, they said in that meeting that Kratom products were pushed out and 7-OH products were pushed in.
And a lot of these places are like, fuck it, just ban it all.
Yeah, they're like, they don't even want to deal with it. They're like, fuck it, ban it all, you know. Thank you for your testimony, but we're still going to ban it all.
Yep. I appreciate y'all taking the time today, but unfortunately, I mean, you know, I don't know. It's sad to see that. And I mean, like, all these 7-0 people will agree that people that sell it, like, they don't even sell Kratom anymore.
No.
You know, I mean, that's crazy.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know where the older people be getting the money, because
popping their dentures out, maybe. I don't know. I need to stop. I mean, you know, because it really breaks my heart to read those messages. And the first thing is, like,
and they don't want, you know, 70 years, 63 years, how many, you know,
68 years, you know.
Like, I could see my mom, you know, thank God, I mean, not thank God, because it sucks that it's banned in Arkansas, but I could see my mom totally going into a shop, somebody fucking giving her that, and next thing you know, she doesn't understand why she's feeling sick or why she feels like she needs to keep taking it, you know, closer and closer together.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'd be pissed.
Man.
I would be highly fucking pissed. I know, girl. I am. I'm
I know.
Fuck too. Dude. Believe it.
I am too.
Oh.
And you know what? And I get so much hate from the 7-OHers, you know, and I just.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I mean, they are full of hate for Kratom users. They call us zealots and shit. I mean, whatever. Call me whatever you want to.
They call us zealots. They call us Kratom purists.
Yeah. I don't.
They freaking fat.
I ain't losing sleep at night over what some fucking stranger thinks.
Oh yeah, I ain't losing no damn sleep. Shit.
It's just really annoying though. It's like really annoying when it's like just. There's some days where it's just like back to back to back to back, and it's like,
oh yeah, I get dogpiled a lot. Like I told you, it's like being in that Charlie Brown, you know, dust fight. Like some days I get dogpiled, and I just freaking walk away because you ain't gotta bring the old Misty out. You know, I done killed that bitch. I fucking slaughtered her. She's right there. She's
trying to break free though. She's at the edge of it because, dude, some of them, man, reading just your comments get me pretty fired up. Yeah, that's exactly, Kelly. Exactly. That's what I say all the time.
Yeah, because you know what? I will sit back, take a deep breath, and I'm like, you know what? My one up to them is I am boots on the ground or mouth in the mic. You know? That's my one up to them.
Yep.
You can yap all you want with your fucking inside belly button ass.
At the end of the day, we're putting our money where our mouth is, and we're using our voices.
No, not money. We're putting our passion where our mouth is.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Let's see.
What pisses me off the most is the 7 people warning Leaf will be next. Yeah, even though FDA excluded it from their target community, we don't know that for certain. But I feel like it's somewhat an emotional response.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I feel like, and dude, I'm not saying that I've ever trusted the government. Like, anybody that trusts the government 100% is a Looney Tune. I mean, seriously. But I'm just saying what I'm saying is, if that's the case, then let's just be ready to fight when the time comes.
We've been on the ready.
Yeah.
If that time comes, we're right here, motherfuckers.
It's like, if that's what happens, that's what happens. But I feel like they say that because it's almost like, the whole reverse psychology shit.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like that just constantly going on with them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I'm not trying to tell, like I said, I'm not trying to shame anybody. I'm not trying to tell anybody to stop. I'm not trying to say that I want it scheduled or banned. I'm just saying, I want to be separated.
Yeah.
I want you to do your thing, and I want you to leave me alone so I can do mine.
I'm not sorry, but there is no bridge in the gap. There is no create this kumbaya unity type shit.
It ain't happening.
If you're saying that, you're not doing what we do.
Right.
And like I said, we've been advocating our freaking asses off. I done lost count how many we've advocated in Massachusetts. It's all jumping together in my damn head. Like,
and Illinois too.
Yeah, Illinois too. Because Illinois and Massachusetts are the hot spots right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then the whole fucking state of California, and them 708s want to blame the AKA. But we know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
There was a news report that came out today. Now there's an additional 3, supposedly, additional 3 more overdose deaths from 708.
Yeah.
I only take that as a grain of salt because I ain't seen the autopsy reports myself,
Yeah, I mean, and that at the end of the day, you're right. Like, at the end of the day, anybody that says that is not out on the front lines seeing and being involved with what we are.
Nah, they're too busy sticking their Cheeto fingers in their belly buttons. You know it.
Cheetos.
You're like a keyboard commandos.
Yeah, that's exactly. They're too busy doing that.
Yeah.
Than doing, being out on the front lines and seeing what we're seeing and hearing what we're hearing.
Yeah. Like I'm just pulling shit out of thin air and making shit up when I'm talking about it. No.
They're shills for the AK. Dude, my husband said shills earlier today, and I stopped him in the middle of what he was saying. I was like, we don't use the word shills or fear mongering in this house.
I get so tired of being accused for being an AKA shill. Like,
I can't stand those words, dude. I hate those 2 words, man. Fear mongering.
I am not paid to advocate. I am not paid on my social media platforms. Even if I was paid on my social media platforms, that right there would be going to be donated to the AKA.
Right.
Because I can't financially, donate. So I use me. I'm the donation.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like what they're doing, and they're doing
and
the damn thing.
And regardless of who wants to say, and oh well, we hadn't, dude. The AKA is busting their ass every day, doing stuff. I mean, every day,
every damn day. It's just like, damn, man. Like Mac is like, how old now? Like fucking, I know the last time I said he was pushing 80, I guess him and his wife, him and his wife were watching me saying that on the stream. And
he's
he was like,
thanks a lot.
He was like, my wife wants me to tell you I am not pushing 80. I think he's like 74.
That's what I'm saying right there, Christopher. Like, that's what I'm saying. The science.
Basically, what I've stated that is in 2016, we were not advocating for 708. Yep, we were advocating and passing around cups of tea. Bottom line is follow the science, and now the 8-factor analysis. I ain't saying shit about the 8-factor analysis, you guys. Like I said, the storm's about to come. Storms are coming.
I'm sure we'll hear the word shill.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
A few thousand times pretty soon when that does hit.
For sure.
But yeah, I mean, I do understand Mike, though. I will say I do understand, like, because that's all we hear too, and it gets frustrating. All right, so we're gonna watch this other thing called that was I had no idea who this Sean Ryan dude was until like a couple days ago.
Same. I had no idea who he was.
But apparently he's pretty popular.
Yeah, he's got millions of freaking subscribers on his YouTube, and I was like, holy freaking what?
But that's like the talk of the town right now is the Sean Ryan dude. People complain about the AK. Why don't you formulate a yeah? Yes, thank you, my dude. And my thing is too, it's like good luck because you have to have a lobbyist that's been in politics. Like at the end of the day, it's about politics. You know, I don't know.
I mean, and they got and the 708ers got their grassroots organizations, you know.
Yeah.
But the thing is that one of them is funded by 7 Ohms, and the other one is funded by American Shaman.
Yeah,
you know, and people want to talk shit about Max Pass. Y'all better go dig into their past.
But they act like everybody at the AK is just sitting around by the fucking pool all day. Not doing shit.
Yes.
You know, I mean, just because, I don't know, sometimes, you know, the whole reason that you have that organization is to put your faith into it and know that they're doing what they need to do behind the scenes so you don't have to hear from them. Like, you know they got to get their damn walkie-talkie out. All right, this is what we're doing. You know,
Right,
I mean, come on.
right. The one thing that I've seen throughout the years is that the AKs never lost their integrity or loyalty.
Right.
And that's what I expect with people. Like when I have my circle of friends have shrunk this year, I learned some lessons. You know, I am very big on integrity and loyalty. Because I'm no longer in active addiction. In active addiction, I didn't give a shit about nothing. You know, yeah. I didn't have no morals. You know? But
integrity and loyalty are two of the biggest things I think that a lot of people don't have anymore, you know?
I'll be a shill for integrity and loyalty.
That's right. That's the only time I'm going to admit to being a shill.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that word. It makes me cringe every time. But yeah, I mean, you know, we just got to, I don't know.
I'm like I said, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry that I'm not gonna do this fake ass unity. I'm not gonna do this bridge. Let's bridge the gap. Let's bridge the divide, because they're not the same substance.
They're not.
No, not at all. Oh man, I ain't gonna say shit about the AFAC.
I mean, you got scientists saying it. You got, and I don't care if some people call McCurdy a fucking shill. This dude's been spending 20 years of his life dedicated to studying kratom. He's not gonna sell out because somebody wrote him a fucking check last year. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm not even gonna get into all that. I'm gonna take it down a tone. I just get so upset with that because it's such a stupid thing to say.
Get out of here, Meemaw.
Get out of here, Mamaw. Get out of here with that shit. Oh man. Okay, so let's go. Let's see what Sean. I'll press the wrong thing. Is what Sean Ryan here has to say. Dude, this guy, I don't know. He kind of looks. He reminds me of Scars.
Rodriguez?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Look at, he must be tall as hell. Look at his knees.
Maybe he's in one of them little chairs. You know what I'm talking about? Like sometimes people put like if they're interviewing somebody, they put them in like a smaller chair.
Dude, Chris. Chris, I saw that on LinkedIn. I was like, this dude literally sat there and screenshotted 128 pages. I'm like, I'm gonna wait for the link. I'll wait for the link.
That's dedication. I was telling Misty, I was like, I don't have enough room on my phone for 128 screenshots too.
Me either. That is some true, because of Kratom. That's some true ass dedication right there.
Yeah. Yep.
128 pages.
It'll be interesting to read it all when it does come out all the way, I guess.
Yeah, but you gotta give me that link, man. Shit, fuck that.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Could make an audio book out of it or something.
Like, you couldn't even make a slideshow. 128 pages, that'd be like a freaking audio book or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man.
All I'm saying is if you are watching this and you are on 70H, now's the time to work your way off. That's all I'm going to say. And from what how people have become successful in doing that on my TikTok commenters is they will either they will buy a lab tested metragenine extract and then they will transition onto the whole leaf powder. And if they're just completely done, they will taper from the powder. Some people have been successful at just, starting the whole leaf powder, as soon as the 70H withdrawals kick in. And then other people have gotten on mat. But I would say the majority of my commenters have done it the, lab tested metragenine extract, and then got back on the powder, and now they're fully living their life again.
Yeah, I think it's like a 50-50. I think some people do just regular, kratom powder, and some people have to have that. And it probably, it's like one of those things that just depends on the person.
Yeah.
It depends on how much they were taking. It depends on, how their body works. It depends. But
my jaw drops to the floor almost every damn time when they tell me the amount they spent.
Yeah.
I am like that. You could have had a car paid off. You could have had it.
I mean, even, people are like, why are they buying it this? I'm talking about people buying it online.
That too?
Yeah. Even
that
people
too?
buying it online is ridiculous.
It's insane. Like I said, if I would have found if 70H was available in 2019, there's no way I would have moved out of the ghetto. I'd still be on food stamps and fucking child support and all that shit.
Like, who knows?
Section 8. I'd still be on Section 8.
God, I'm so glad that I didn't. All right, let's hear what Sean here. Is this Sean Ryan or is it the other dude? I guess I'll find out.
This is the Sean Ryan dude interviewing that guy who I think that guy is like some sort of I don't know, like a Maine journalist or something, like the state of Maine.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Synthetic opioid drug derived from the kratom plant.
This is also called gas station heroin.
Gas station heroin. So gas station heroin is actually, I sent a reporter undercover into the exchange in Portland, and he got needles, but he also got a boofing kit.
A what?
A boofing kit.
A kit?
What's a boofing kit? I mean, I have, once again, that it could be up to 46 times stronger than morphine.
It's a hard drug. It's a opioid. It is going to give you an experience exactly like what you would get from morphine or from fentanyl.
I mean, how much of this am I going to have to take to have that same experience?
If you'll notice this one's called Opia.
Have you seen anybody that's only on 70H, not on fentanyl, heroin?
I haven't.
Oxy.
I haven't. And again, part of it is because.
Okay.
70H. What is it?
70H is a synthetic opioid drug derived from the kratom plant. The kratom plant is a coniferous plant indigenous to Southeast Asia. Grows throughout Indonesia, primarily where it's harvested from. And in its raw form, I would say kratom is to 70H as the poppy seed is to morphine or the coca leaf is to cocaine. The kratom leaf has been consumed by locals for hundreds, if not thousands of years. It can make a tea that's anywhere from mildly stimulating, like a cup of coffee, or anxiolytic is what some of the proponents will say, as in reduces anxiety.
I didn't know how to say that
gets
word.
you high.
Me either.
By itself, it's relatively harmless. There are plenty of people who consume it as a tea or chew it like chewing tobacco, but it has some alkaloids in it, which I think nicotine is an alkaloid. Opioids are alkaloids. It's just a name for a class of chemicals that interact with your brain. It has some natural alkaloids in it that will give you those experiences. In natural kratom leaf, once it begins to decay a little bit, develops trace amounts of something called 7-OH. And at some point in time, it was discovered that this 7-OH is very potent. and a complex chemical process involving harsh chemicals like pool shock and, reagents. And, I'm not a chemistry expert, but it's a complicated process. It's like Walter White stuff. It's not, just mixing it together in your bathtub. Huge amounts of raw ingredients together with this chemical process, and you produce a concentrated version of 7-OH. And it's specific to 7-OH. It's not an extract or a concentration of kratom. So you can concentrate a tincture of kratom just by soaking it in ethanol or something and getting a more potent version of kratom. But 7-OH requires a very specific chemical process to
There
go
you
through.
go.
So while it may begin with some kind of plant-grown natural ingredient, your end result is really purely a synthetic drug. And again, depending on who you ask and how you measure, it's many multiples more potent than morphine. And it's an opioid. It works on the same receptors in your brain. It's the dosages that someone who is a habitual fentanyl or prescription opioid user would be familiar with are hard to determine when it comes to 7-OH. There's not a lot of testing. There's not a lot of there's no regulatory oversight of this. It's not like FDA approved. There's not a lot known about it. And it's a very recent phenomenon, very recent. There are, I guess, disagreements as to how 7-OH really took off and became as popular as it is now.
I mean, I have, once again, that it could be up to 46 times stronger than morphine.
It's like a
That's
different
pretty
number with
potent
who.
shit.
Every time, yeah.
Very potent shit.
Yes. And the same people who know that will tell you that it's not addictive.
They'll tell it's
an all natural, non-addictive substance that
takes your breath
if
away,
you
makes you
just,
pause. Like what?
Skip a day taking it, you'll be fine. You won't ever become habituated to it. I think, most people, if you have any experience with drugs or alcohol, like you can take something once and figure out pretty quickly that it's addictive. Like the very first time you take a Percocet after having a wisdom tooth out, you can be like, oh yeah, this is addictive.
I remember
I have
that.
a feeling that 7-OH is probably the same. But again, 36%, 17%. It depends on how pure the formulation is, who made it, how, and how you're measuring it or comparing it. But it is it's a hard drug. It's a opioid. It is going to give you an experience exactly like what you would get from morphine or from fentanyl. And the key thing for everybody to understand, especially parents and people who might be dabbling or curious about it, is that it's available at convenience stores, grocery stores, gas stations. Like
That
it
shook
took
me.
2 seconds to find the 7-OH on my way to the studio. I just looked up tobacco shops. I could have stopped at 30 of them. I'm pretty sure I could have bought those products at any of them. Any of them.
This is also called gas station heroin.
Gas station heroin. So gas station heroin is actually a name that was first started with a drug called tianeptine, and tianeptine was a antidepressant formulated in the 1960s in France, and various European countries have different regulations and rules around it. Some still use it, some don't. And tianeptine began to be marketed in the early, I think, 2010s in gas stations as Neptune's Fix, and it would be like almost the same size as a one of those little teeny weeny energy drinks, and it has sedative qualities but also some euphoric qualities, and that's really where the term gas station heroin began. However, lawmakers, law enforcement eventually began to catch on to what was happening, and in the most recent legislative session in Maine, there was a proposed law to ban tianeptine. So you've got that cycle I mentioned earlier where the drug users figure out what's going to get them high, what's cheap, what's available, and they'll start to use it. Law enforcement 2 to 3 years later, discover what's going on, and eventually 2 to 3 years after that, it trickles to
Thank God he is showing that he knows what he's talking about, TNF and gas station heroin.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, because I can't stand it when people say that about 7-OH.
But when I said that, it shocked me. If you guys weren't here for like the first half when we were showing the first video, that the CBD American Shaman, the main manufacturer of the 7-OH stuff, has stores inside the grocery stores.
Yeah.
And it just shocked me to see that.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Me either. Like, when we go to the grocery stores out here in Colorado, there's like Starbucks and, Subways and stuff like that.
Or like
there.
The pretzel, that Aunt Annie's pretzel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to have that inside of a grocery store? Oh.
Policymakers finally figure out a way to change it, to change the law so that it can't happen. But by that time, either all the ill consequences from the drug have already happened, or the drug users have already moved on. So now what's happened is they've moved on to products like 7-OH. Here are other forms of it. If you'll notice this one's called Opia. Opia doesn't sound at all like they're trying to conjure the idea that it's related to opium, does it? There are some that are called Perk. Obviously they're trying to conjure the image that is Percocet. This is another one. I bought these both from the same store. This was actually I bought those at Bros 2, which you're probably familiar with because it's right next door to Tucker's studio in Maine. And the guy who sold those to me didn't speak a lick of English, but when he saw me pointing at the gas station heroin section, he just started laying out in front of me all the different options. And then the woman who did speak English and was maybe the general manager of the store saw that I was, a gas station heroin user and perked up and came over and actually tried to upsell me on the 200 milligram version of the gas station heroin. So she knew exactly what she was doing. She knew exactly what she was trying to sell me.
So
what she thought she was into.
How much of this, if I wanted to experience the same high as fentanyl or heroin or, insert opiate, how much of this am I going to have to take to have that same experience?
It depends. How much fentanyl you've been using on a daily basis?
Yeah, I don't. So okay. Let's say if you're a first time user.
If you're a first time user, I don't know. I don't know, and I don't think anybody knows, and it hasn't really been studied well. The best advice that the people who are promulgating this as a healthy product, the best they'll say is start slow.
I really want to know, who the customer is and how dangerous this is. So, have you seen anybody that's only on 7-OH, not on fentanyl, heroin?
I haven't.
Oxy.
I haven't. And again, part of it is because we're here very early, very early. I haven't seen.
Have you seen who's
other than
into
Vince
the stores to buy this?
No, other than Vince Sanders on a podcast talking about being the titan of 7-OH. I've never heard any other podcast or any big media talk about it. And the stories published just a few weeks ago by the Kansas City Star about CBD American Shaman were some of the first that covered 7-OH. So it's very, very early. And in Maine in particular, fentanyl is so widely available and so cheap that I don't think that people have been pushed in this direction yet.
Gotcha.
There are Dominican drug cartels that run very easy fentanyl markets in Maine. They don't get a lot of harassment from law enforcement. For $20, you can stay high on fentanyl all day. It's very inexpensive, and we give away needles for free. But
give away needles for free up there?
Yes, we stopped doing needle exchange under COVID. Governor Janet Mills suspended the 1-to-1 needle exchange.
This is crazy. You can't even buy a flavored nicotine pouch.
Yeah.
In Maine.
In Portland, yeah.
In Portland.
Yeah, some states have cracked down on it.
In Portland, you can go get some free needles to shoot up fentanyl.
Actually, I sent a reporter undercover into the exchange in Portland, and he got needles, but he also got a boofing kit.
A what?
What
boofing
the
kit.
hell?
What's a boofing kit?
If you've so thoroughly abused your veins that you can't get fentanyl in, the boofing kit is a non-needle syringe with some lubricant that you put in your butt. It's called
Tried
boofing.
that?
I have.
I have not tried that, but we did get a boofing kit in Maine. You can't get mint flavored tobacco pouches in some cities, but you can get free boofing kits to squirt Dominican fentanyl up your ass and
Thank
free
God.
needles.
Thank God.
But they did away with the 1-to-1 needle exchange requirement. Instead you get one box of 100 needles.
No matter where you're watching Sean Ryan Show from, if you get anything out of this, please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share this everywhere you possibly can. And if you're feeling extra generous, please leave us a review on...
Oh, God,
Well, hey, Lucky Rob. I was
hey.
against 7 until I started doing more research and talking to the other side. One thing I could tell you, Lucky Rob, is that if 7OH was, when you were fighting your ass off to pass the Kratom Consumer Protection Act in Mississippi, if they didn't have a 7OH cap limit on there, you would not have passed the KCPA there. Not at all.
And I mean, again, I don't agree with the scheduling or whatever, but I'm not going to advocate for it, period.
Nope.
Not my that's substance. My thing. Like, if people want to take it and they want to advocate for it, then I think that's just something, that's fine. But don't come and try and get me signed up for it when I have nothing.
I can tell you one thing though, is that they try to guilt trip you into being neutral.
Yeah.
I ain't falling for that. Hell fucking no.
I mean, I ain't going to take it. I ain't going to promote it, and I ain't going to advocate for it.
Like I say that, all the time, it's not my substance.
Yeah.
It's not what I'm trying to keep legal. You know what? I sit back and think, like, if Kratom was finally federally legal, then maybe if the 7OH, the 7OH.org, the 7OH dealers who made this shit, if they proved their science prior to market entry in 2023, which they haven't, they've lied. There is no science. That's first red flag right there. But let's say that, in a couple of years or whatever, Kratom is finally federally legal and the 7OH.orgs finally had their science that they say they have, maybe, just maybe. But even then, I still won't advocate for it because I don't take it. I'm a recovered addict. My recovered addict ass knows better. I just looked at it like the government has been coming after us for so long, spewing lies that they aren't going to stop. And this is only going to give them an open door. Well, you can't be selling an opioid over the counter. I mean,
and again, like I say, exactly. I mean, and I'm not saying I agree with the government. You know what I'm saying? When they say we're not going to come after Plain Leaf, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just saying it's not the same substance. And if they do come after a Whole Leaf, then I'll be ready to fight when that time comes. But it's not the same.
We still have our, like Brandon always says, shields high, warriors. We will have our shields high.
Yeah.
We've never stopped advocating. And if they come after, all Kratom, then we'll continue doing what we do right now.
But I'm not going to advocate for 7OH just because I've been fear-mongered. I hate that fucking word. Into people saying that Plain Leaf is going to go down with it. Because, I mean, when that time comes, then I'll be ready to fight. But until then, I'm just going to let...
Oh, the other comment that gets me is if 7OH is going down, I'm going to take Kratom down with it.
I'm going to devote my entire life.
Like, guess what? Guess what? Kratom doesn't meet the 8-factor analysis.
Yeah.
You can't take it down. So that's where I can kind of feel like I kind of believe what Dr. McCary says about they're not targeting the natural ether. You know, he's said it multiple times. So I kind of believe that, but I'm not at 100% there, you know?
Yeah.
Because I'm
and
going to
it's
stay
like
on the
just
ready.
because they're not, you got all these stupid people in the local areas that, you know, like we see all the time, they're not differentiating the two. And so that's like, but if the FDA, you know, if we can keep pointing back to the FDA, that really does help.
Matter of fact, the FDA just updated their FDA and Kratom on their
Yeah,
website
yeah, I totally forgot about
as of
that.
September 25th. You know, beforehand, they would list all the pretty much
Oh, yeah.
non-existent side
Your butt's
effects.
gonna fall off.
Yeah, your liver gonna fall out of your butt. You know, your heart gonna fall out of your armpit. That type of shit. You know, but if you go read the FDA and Kratom website now, it's looks okay to me. I mean,
Yeah.
and then you know, like I said, y'all be ready for the 7OH 8-factor analysis that's about to be released. That's all I'm gonna say about that. My advice, like I said, my advice, if you're a 7OH user and you're watching this, now's your time to get off. Now's your time to taper off. Now's your time to get off. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh. Oh, goodness gracious. Golly me.
My concern is I would feel more at ease if HHS, RFK Jr., and DEA guy confirmed mini cis statement about not going after the leaf. I hope that they got that shit in writing. That's what I hope.
Well, you know, I don't know if anybody caught the presentation that we did. We streamed yesterday. But dude, that was amazing that they included in the slideshow all the parts where they were saying we're not going after plain leaf, and they
Yep.
explained the difference between the two in all of the interviews and stuff that
Dr.
Ace
McCary.
does. Yeah, I always want to. I don't know what dude's name. Dr. McCary.
FDA, yeah, he's the FDA
Okay.
commissioner.
Dr. McCary, you know,
Yeah.
kept saying, and even RFK.
And it's like, you know, like I said, I'm because they're the government, so you know, I'm not 100%, you know, whatever. But I just stand on guard. Stand on guard.
Yeah. I gotcha. Yeah, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, man, that presentation was so good.
Yeah,
If
that needs to
everybody
be
could-
seen. Like I posted up on LinkedIn and X and all that. You know, that needs to be seen by all the state legislators, by all the city
Yeah.
council members, by all the public health departments. You know, Board of Health. That presentation needs to be seen. And you know, Laura and Dr. Heidi and John Shinholzer, they are always down and willing to do free presentations for that.
And I
you know?
love it because when they're doing the presentation, the people that they're doing it to can ask questions. I mean, there was a lot of
Yes.
good questions asked and everything during that presentation yesterday. I think it was awesome that we got to put it out there
Yep.
because a lot of those questions I'm sure other people would have, you know, that are local council members or whatever.
Mhm. You know, and I don't know. I hope people take them up on that offer because, you know, you going up there putting out a blanket ban on Kratom because, like I said, Mike, and I know you see this shit, you know, going on in Illinois, they're having problems with the 7OH in their communities.
Yeah.
And because 7OH is being called a Kratom product because that's how they've been able to skirt by the laws this whole time. Like I said, you can't sell a freaking opioid over the counter. You just can't. This is this is America. You know? So I don't know. Like I said, it pisses me off because we dedicate so much time, so much energy, so much efforts, even cried, tears, and it's like, where are they? The
Yeah.
7OHers ghost every hearing. They're like nowhere to be found. Like they're not, but yet they want to, like I said, they call us names. They're trying to guilt trip us.
Yeah.
I ain't falling for that. I ain't
And
into
they
that.
act like we're the bullies.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to, like, I just want to be separated. That's all I want. Like, that's all I want. It's not the same thing. And let's not, y'all do y'all's thing. Let me do mine. It's a free country. This is America. Like you just said. Damn it. Let me do my thing and you do yours. God have mercy.
And we do this all for free. We just passionately do what we do, and and it's a lot of hours. Like y'all might see 30-second clips of me on TikTok or 1-minute clips or whatever, but there's a lot of time, energy, and effort that goes into that.
I even see them here, Mike. I mean, Tennessee is supposed to have the whole regulations, and that's the thing too. It's like, I mean, we're coming up for a state ban. Next thing, first thing legislative session that comes out, Tennessee is next up on the chopping block.
It is.
And I guarantee you it's because of this.
It is.
And it's like everywhere I go, every time. And when I ask the people in the store, I'm like, how much of this stuff do you sell? They're like, we can hardly keep it on the shelves. I mean, it's like, wow. That's insane.
Hey, Kathleen.
Oh, hey, Kathleen.
You're welcome.
Man, I don't know. It's frustrating when you have to deal with it every day,
And we do, we get bombarded with comments and shit like that, and whatever.
I usually just ignore them.
I do too. I'm not getting in that dust cloud.
Yeah.
That Charlie Brown Fight Club.
No, thank you, Charlie Brown.
On that note, we'll end this here.
Yeah. Thanks for coming, everyone.
Sunday night is
Sunday.
Yep, we're gonna live stream the American Kratom Association webinar. So that's gonna be at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. So we'll live stream that, or you guys check your AKA emails and register directly from there, or you could just come, hang out with us over here and watch it. And then we're gonna live stream the Connecticut hearing that's happening on the 15th.
Yeah, and what he's going to talk about, Mac's going to talk about the Connecticut hearing on Sunday. So it's like really Connecticut and
California,
Canada. Not Canada, California and Connecticut. So don't miss that for sure, because it's a lot of important info.
A lot of stuff has gone down in California.
Yeah. Hopefully I don't know. It's sad, but hopefully something can be done about it.
Yeah, we shall see.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll see y'all Sunday.
Yep. See y'all Sunday. And shit, what days? So my son turns 21 on the 15th.
Yeah. Mine turns 20 on the 17th.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll see y'all on Sunday and Wednesday. We don't know exactly what time on Wednesday. So
yeah, it starts at like 9:30 in the morning, but there ain't no telling when we're gonna get to it.
Yeah, so
last time we waited like all day.
So just hit your little icon bell thing for the notification thing.
Yeah,
because we'll just go live. And then if there's any side hearings that because that's what we do. Jennifer, I'm telling you, when January starts, we are gonna be live streaming a fuck ton.
It's going to be really busy.
A fuck ton of hearings.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Kathleen.
Thank you, Kathleen.
Okay. Well, you guys have a great night and enjoy your weekend. And we will see you Sunday night